Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. My name is David. This is DeMars Coaching, and what I'm doing is I'm helping people recover and heal from narcissistic and abusive relationships. So thank you for joining me today. Welcome all the new subscribers and new viewers. I'm answering people's questions from last week. I do this every single Monday. So any questions you guys have, please ask me anything you want. Go down below into the comment section and leave your question, and I'll answer it next Monday in the next Q&A video. All I ask, please, is tell us all your locations. Let us know where you're at. You can be very general. Tell us the country or state or city, something like that. Thank you very much. Something I like to do every week, or not every week, every once in a while, is bring up something called Shane's Law Petition. Shane was a victim of a horrible smear campaign from a narcissist. And it went on for so long that Shane didn't know what to do. There was no help for him. He didn't know what to do, so he took his own life, sadly. And somebody started a petition to help fight this kind of social attacks from other people. So if you could do me a huge favor, guys, everybody, doesn't matter where you're at, go down into the description box down below, follow the link that says Shane's Law Petition, and just sign it. Please, if you don't like smear campaigns, social attacks, this kind of how the internet's becoming this kind of faceless, nameless, attack people all the time, or some people don't even care if they know who they are. I'd really appreciate it, and so would thousands of other people if you could go down there and sign it and support that. Thank you very much. I've been asking you guys a lot more lately to help support me in what I'm doing. If you guys think that I'm helped you or I might help some other people, can you please support what I'm doing? And that's by subscribing to my channel. I notice a lot of people ask me questions and aren't even subscribed to my channel. That would really be a big help. You can vote up or down and comment. I've noticed a lot of people are just saying, hey, this is so-and-so from, I'm over here. Hi. And that just those little things really, really help. So I really appreciate you taking the extra time to do things like that. Thank you very much. You can also put videos in playlists on your own channel. You can recommend them to other people. So you guys doing that is helping. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Something I like to do every week is recommend something to you guys. Just something. It might just be some supplements that might help you with anxiety or depression or sleep, or maybe another YouTube channel, or maybe an author of a book, and I might recommend the book. This week, I like to recommend a friend, a supporter of the channel, and also a survivor of narcissistic abuse, Heather Coleman Voss. Heather is a certified professional career coach. She assists with people in transition in their career. She helps people recover from toxic workplace trauma. And she does a bunch of other things like career, identity, personal branding, helps people with resumes. Not only is she, like I said, she's a survivor of narcissistic abuse, you might be able to relate with her, but I get overwhelmed with questions about the workplace and jobs and my narcissistic boss and my narcissistic coworkers, just some real toxic environments at work. And it's not always easy to just switch jobs all the time. And you might find if you don't solve the problem at work now, it will follow you. These things are prominent everywhere. There's people that are problematic everywhere, and they need jobs and they work too, and they're predator. They might be predators. They might just be really sick. And so if you learn how to solve the problem at your job, you don't need to keep going job to job to job. These things will follow you if you don't learn how to solve these things. And this is what Heather can really help you guys do. Like I said, I get a ton of questions about toxic workplaces and environments, and it can be very frustrating, very stressful. And Heather does a really good job and being dedicated to her clients and helping them advance in their careers. So if you guys want any help or advice, please contact Heather. Heather is the owner of CareerSavvyCoaching.com. You can find Heather Coleman Voss on Facebook, and I'll put a link down below in the description box to her website and Facebook channel, so you guys can reach out to her if you have any questions or you want to hire her as your career coach. And she is just a beautiful, beautiful person. Thank you. So let's get started with the questions. First, I want to address something. I've had a number of people ask me to make a separate video about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case, the audio tapes that came out, and I didn't even listen to them. I didn't care. But I've had enough people now ask me, and I really appreciate that you guys value my opinion that much and you want to know what I think about it. I really appreciate that. So I want to give the time that you guys are asking for me to do that. So I listened to it. I listened to the whole thing. It was hard. It's gross. It's sick. It's toxic. It reminds me of a chapter in my own life. It touched me personally, that I don't mind talking about or sharing at all. But I was in a very similar situation before. And what I want to say is I'm not going to make a separate video about things like this. I'm not going to make a video with famous people's names or cases in my titles because it's exploitation. And I'm not trying to accuse everybody that's been doing it that, you know, hey, you're a bad person, you're exploiting people, but it is. It's exploitation. The action or fact of treating someone unfairly in order to benefit from their work. That's what people are doing. And I'm not going to support that. And this is just gross and toxic. We don't need it in our society. We know it exists. I know that it can be validating for a lot of you. And that's great that you got something out of it. It's great that maybe you got some validation from these. But I'm not going to support it, and I don't want it out there. I don't think we should share this. I don't think that people all this needs to be everywhere, these people's personal life. I understand, and I think that one or both of them have been making their relationship public to everybody. It's sad that both of them feel they need to do that. It's sad that they feel like they obviously felt like they needed to do this and make it public, and it's just sick and it's sad, and I feel bad for both of them. I'm not going to point fingers. Some people believe they now have the whole story, and that is absolutely impossible, and it's judgmental. What I would like to see you guys take out of this, or from this if you can, is it's a sick, toxic relationship. They're both in it. They're both sick. You can blame and point the finger and say one's doing more to the other or whatever, but the other one's still taking it. The other one's still allowing it to happen and to themselves, and it's both a crime, you know? I won't exploit people because I've been exploited by the same type of person that exploits these cases. So I'm not going to do that. I know how it feels, and I'm not going to be a part of that. I'm sorry if you guys wanted more from me, but it's just, I'm not going to take a 30-minute or whatever, hour or whatever it was, phone conversation and try to psychoanalyze both of them and start saying one is a bad person or worse than the other. They're both sick. They're both hurting, and neither of them, you want to know the real problem, guys, is both of them put the emphasis, attention, and accusations on what they're doing, which doesn't matter. What matters is how they feel, and neither of them are talking about how they feel. It's all you do, you did, you have to do this, you better do this, or I'll do this. And they're not really getting down to how they feel. So they can't communicate. And I'm saying they, both. It takes two. I don't care who's worse. I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys understand. I think it's sad. And it's sad that their lives have to be so public like that. Yeah. Thanks. I don't know what else to really say about it. I don't know them. Thanks, guys. Next question. Coffee from Baltimore. Hello, Coffee. Does the new supply have a shelf life? So, narcissists discard their victim, right? And they go right to a new supply, new girlfriend, new boyfriend. And we all wonder how long that's going to last. So let me just say, typically, well, let me start by saying almost everybody idealizes people. We have an ideal view or an idea of our perfect mate. Almost all of us have a little bit. And how do we know what that perfect mate is? It's not the perfect person you meet and fall in love with. It's the perfect person you go tell your friend about when you've just known that person for a week. You know what I mean? And you go tell your best friend, oh my God, this person's amazing. They're the most amazing person I've ever met, most beautiful person I've ever met, the coolest, the smartest, the funniest, the funnest, and you're telling your friend what your ideal mate is because you can't know somebody in a week. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. What you know about somebody in a week is what they tell you and what you see. That's it. We don't know yet. We don't know people yet. So we all idealize a little bit. And we jump into these relationships and we get excited and our hormones go up. We have a few different chemicals in our brain that rise and makes us feel amazing. I mean, it's an amazing concoction. The love potion, they even mix in stress chemical to make it even crazier, right? My palms are sweaty. I have a lump in my throat. I can't even talk to her. She's so beautiful. Right? So it's an amazing concoction that makes us feel alive. It's exciting. It's new. It's like a new drug. It's like, and that typically lasts about 6 months. Now, different for different people, different scenarios, different relationships, sure. But it lasts about 6 months. And what I recommend to people is really get to know people. Try to get to know people before you commit to contracts, verbal commitments, all these things. Try to just establish who each other are and if this is the person you want to be with, and start establishing trust, boundaries, all these things. So you have a foundation of a relationship. So when these hormones go down, there's something else. And you'll notice serial daters, sex addicts, things like this. That's it. Once these go down, I don't care about you anymore. They don't care about who people are. They typically don't know who they are, so they don't care about this stuff. And it's just these go down, and now I'm going to the next one. I never got to know you. I'm not fully attached. I'm just dependent on this and this and this. And they go right to the next person, and he goes, woo, and then about 6 months later, rrr. Now this can be different for different people, and predators, people who are addicts, could go shorter and shorter and shorter, right? Just like when you do drugs, that high is never enough. People aren't enough. We need to learn how to love ourselves first inside and not have other people do it for us and become dependent on that, because it can never be enough. So my answer, typically about 6 months. Thanks. Sam from Australia. Hello, Sam. How can I have fallen for another one? I'm totally destroyed financially, mentally, even rest of my life. I'm very sorry, Sam. I'm really sorry. Feel this pain, Sam. Feel this pain so much that it makes you never, ever want to do this again. But not too much that you aren't ever willing to try again. We've got to be vulnerable in our lives, Sam. What's happened is someone hasn't taught you well enough how to navigate emotionally in relationships, communicating, having boundaries, having your own autonomous self and privacy and things like this. I suggest you find out what takes a good relationship, and I suggest that you recover fully from all of your pain before you enter another one. And I suggest you find the reason, Sam, that this is happening. Because I promise it's not just because you're not educated or skilled enough in what a narcissist is. The reason you do this, it has everything to do with how you feel about yourself. Okay, Sam? Better yourself, strengthen yourself, raise your self-worth. Okay? Good luck. I'm sorry, Sam. You're going to be okay. I can't imagine your whole life is completely ruined. Our head kind of tells us that after things like this. Okay? Try not to listen to that. You decide what's going to happen in your future. Good luck, Sam. Gabriella from Sydney. I hope I'm saying that right. Gabriella, maybe? I like to know what to do when your children are trauma bomb. This is my question. That believe that I can't do anything and that everything okay, but it's not. And when I try to say or take them to see someone, I get, why do you have to upset my dad? And when I try to put general logic into the mix, that just can't think and get sad. Gabriella, I don't know if I understand your question completely. I think you're hinting that you're saying that you want to take somebody to get help, to counseling, and you want to fix these problems in your family, and then you get backlash. Why are you trying to upset us, and why are you trying to take care of you and take care of you only? I'm not sure if you're saying your children. That's a different story. If your children are under 18 and you want to get them in counseling, then you put them in counseling no matter what they say. I don't care what they say. We decide what children do when they're children. We know what's best for children. Talk to your children, ask them how they feel and things like this, and try to get them to understand that they need counseling. If that's what you're saying, I'm sorry, I really don't know what you're saying, Gabriella. Something about you want to take them to see someone, and then you get people get upset with you, and say, "Why do you upset my dad?" So stop doing this, Gabriella. If this is stressing you out and doesn't feel good, stop. Stop. There's all kinds of different ways to do things, right? There's 100 different ways to skin a cat, right? And I hope I don't get animal lovers. Yeah, it's a phrase, it's a saying, not a good one. Maybe I won't ever say that again. Stop, Gabriella, stop. In relationship or in families like this, lots of codependency, lots of emotional dependency. What does that mean? That means your family saying, Gabriella, how I feel depends on what you do. You better not do this. You better do this. A lot of dependency in this family, sounds like. And I would break away from them and start taking care of yourself, okay? Because this kind of, I need to help you. I need to do this for you. I need to do that for you. No, you don't. No, you don't. This may have been how you were raised. And it doesn't mean that it's healthy. So we can't force people to do stuff. We can't change people. And my guess is if these people need help, like mental health help, we can't do that for our family and friends ourselves. And you want to take them to a professional, that has to be their choice. Because I'm telling you right now, I can't help people if someone forces them to see me. I hope that makes sense. The fact that, and for me to just go out and help people and say, oh, do you need help? Here, come sit down for free. You don't even have to ask. You know, that doesn't work either. See, the fact that they have to find me, they have to pay me well, and they have to schedule an appointment with me and keep that appointment and do everything I say, that makes them feel better. That makes them heal. Okay? And that's what people need. And it's that kind of surrender. It's that kind of, I see I have a problem. I see that it's me, and I'm going to go get help. And it says that I'm worth it, and I'm going to commit to it that way and invest to it. There's a lot more to mental health recovery than just taking someone to get help for them. Okay? Worry about you. Take care of you. Thank you. And please keep asking me more questions if I missed what you were saying and stuff like that. Okay? Where are we at in time? I'm going to answer another one. Next one is from Colorado gal. And I'm guessing from Colorado. 3 people helped me in the last 2.5 years. God, my bestie, and David. Thank you for making these videos. They help more than you know. Thank you so much for saying that. Something I do a lot is I try not to invest too much in what you guys tell me too much, because I also get bad comments. So, and so I try to just kind of let them roll off my back a little bit. But I just wanted to read this one. This one really got to me. It was really, really nice. Thank you very, very much. That's awfully, awfully nice of you. And you know what? I'm going to leave that there. Like that. And I'm going to stop part 1 here. I'm going to start part 2 in 30 minutes. Thank you very much. If you could, like I said, help support me by subscribe to my channel, vote up or down, leave a comment, share it, post it, put it in a playlist. Thanks, guys. Most of all, love yourself first. I'll see you in part 2.